A tale can be woven from either fact or fiction. On our mother planet Dana, it has been handed down that Rena, the planet in the sky, is where the dead and the divine reside. Rena unleashed disaster upon our planet Dana, robbing us of our history and freedom. A destined encounter of two people born of different worlds. Can they deny their fate and forge a new path? Now is the time for change.
Hello. So yun, no, balik tayo. Tales of Arise. Continue na natin ng story. Yan. Una-una, Sir Hill. Welcome. Sir Paul Rakuya. Yan, Team Antidote represent. Katigaw. Thank you sa pagbisita. Yan, Sir Paul Rakuya, thank you for liking and sharing our stream. Ronaldin Kasapanan, I love you. Thank you sa pag-heart react and also sharing our stream. And Sir Aji Solis, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Yan. Yan, tuloy na natin yung story, no? Yan. Akivilla Flores, thank you for liking our stream. And Sir Carl Philip Petran Diaz, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Oh, punta. Welcome guys. Happy Saturday. Saan ba tayo pupunta? The Quest of Phoenix. Saan pupunta dito? Is yan eh. Dito? Papuno lang tayo HP. HP. Mabusan din tayo ng item. Grabe makawaldas ng item dito. Apple gel, orange gel, may life powder pa. Ay, life bottle. Okay, pwede pa pala. Kaya pa siguro yan pang boss fight. Okay. Mahagsak. Saan pupunta? May camp ba yun? Oh, may camp. Sige. Kaya tayo lumaban ng lumaban.
Double Demon Fang! Dark
Graviton primed and ready. Tunnel! Annihilation!
Orochi Fury!
These ones can bring rings around us. Evil.
Watch it! Take this!
Freeze Lancer! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm! Orochi Fury! Do it! Frick, not a chance!
Cyan Instinct Orb!
Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up! Take this!
Lightning Interruption! Thunder Talon Sword! Now!
Orochi Fury! Jolene! Hey! Blow them away! My turn! No escape!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Arrow Squall!
Orochi Fury!
None shall escape their judgment!
Ito yung combo.
Now in the groove!
Ready!
Double Demon Fang! Take this! Crush! Talon Hurricane!
Now!
Orochi Fury!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Saan pupunta? Hindi ko alam saan pupunta.
Gotta break through! No escape!
Burning Strike!
Blast the Dark!
Here's the evil!
You're mine!
I'm so good with airborne targets.
Ano yung combo?
SG Airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Eternal Devastation! Here I come!
Uy, Lex Heart Gaming! Ang ating ka-team Cornab, thank you sa pag-raid sa ating stream. Uy, Sir Muitax, thank you din sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Medyo lang.
Eternal Devastation! My turn! No escape! Hurricane Swoop! Mirage!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade! Now!
Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Medyo maaga lang.
Let's refrain from losing. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Further! I'm on! You're mine! Hurricane!
None shall escape my judgment! Lightning
Plasma
Condemned!
Shock!
Thunder Blade!
Take this! You're finished! Mirage!
None shall escape
Thank you sa pag-raid, Lex Heart. Kamusta ang test stream?
Double Demon Fang!
Here's a healing orb! Raging
Kamusta ang bagong RAM?
Double Demon Fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah.
Eternal Devastation!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade! Seal!
Ayan, thank you din sa pag-like and share ng ating stream, Lex Heart.
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Dapat pansit Canton.
Orochi Fury!
Lunar Blast! Sleep now!
Eternal Devastation!
I'll be saving this one!
Could have been worse.
I know. Hindi ko alam kung saan pupunta. Ito ba sa lake? Ako sa lake. Paano ko na uli nagka-gold, Sir Moitax? Bilis mo magpa-gold, ah. Ah, dito, map action eh. Wala yan nung una eh. Pero magka-camp muna tayo. Para puno HP. Ayun, GG.
No further! Here I come! You're finished!
Flame of Fury! Burning
Orochi Fury!
Spear! Here's
Punta tayo SP.
It's over!
Where are you going?
Orochi Fury! Prepare to be sealed! Dark Plasma
Now!
Shock! Rimwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Boom. GG Gold.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. Right, here goes!
Vanquish darkness!
Plasma Shock!
Radiant
Ay, sablay.
You're mine!
Sighted! Divine memory! Airborne beast! My best!
Eternal Devastation! No escape!
Flying free!
Why can't they just sit still? Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! May a thousand gales carry it away!
You're on!
Gusty nail!
You're finished! Crush!
Savage war!
You're mine! You're finished! Crush! You're mine! It's over! Orochi Fury!
Get toasty!
Toast.
Burn Strike! My turn! Strike!
Radiant love here!
Eternal Devastation! Plasma
Raging
Shock!
storm!
Ay, sablay.
From
Basta.
Devastation!
now! Here I go!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Yun, ma-play.
I'm practically unstoppable.
Okay. Kasi yung may camp dito eh.
Hey,
Ano dito?
look at that enemy! It's shining!
Ayun, ayun. Ayun, may shiny.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret in a bind. You're finished! First strike!
Freeze Lancer!
Devastation! Come and get it! Mirage!
Lightning dance in the wind!
You got fire!
I've got
Nothing
it!
back!
Let a marksman
Nice.
in!
Dragon Swarm! All yours! Crush! Plasma Shock! Do it! I really owe you. Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Not a
Back into
chance!
the fray!
Strike! I'm on it! Devastation!
Lightning
Soaring
punch!
coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
May a
My
thousand
turn.
gales carry it
Yeah,
searing
you're
flame!
finished.
Reload!
Soaring Light Spear!
Nail!
Mirage! You're mine! Ha!
Radiant
Do it!
here!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I know.
With this, I can become even stronger!
Kasi yung camp, dito yung banda yung camp. Dito. Iba natin yun, yung boss na yun. Yung camp dito. Ito pala.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Cow, pig, horse. Wala pa akong fortune na weapon. Wala pa fortune iba. Wala tayong pera.
I'm drenched in sweat.
Bagong ano. No. Kay Kisara.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me.
Tignan ko kasi nag-ano ako,
I know I
nag-weekly
can
boss
tend
ako.
to go on
Ubus yung resin.
sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Lapit ka na umuwi.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Ano ulit disconnect?
Yeah.
Tignan ko kasi nagwi-weekly boss ako
Crown
ngayong ano eh.
contest with the Lord.
Ngayong Sabado. Puro weekly boss yung ginagawa ko
Life
sa
back then
racing ko.
was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time, of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much. Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
Little help!
Double Demon Fang!
Falling resistance!
Eternal Devastation!
Shining Supernova! Lunar Corruption! Raging Cascade! Gemini Aqua!
Take this! In a bind?
None shall escape my
Swarm!
judgment! Shining Supernova!
Easy and snaring for me.
Yeah! And Astral Energy!
Eternal Devastation! My turn!
Here!
It's over!
Raging Storm! Puddle! Ice Tornado!
Eternal Devastation!
Firmament
Dragon
Radiant
Swarm!
Fire! Here!
Orochi's Fury!
Arrow Squall!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Yan.
Down!
Do you require...
Boom, boom, boom.
Watch it! Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear!
Lightning
Here's
Thrust!
evil!
Mirage!
Morphin Graceland!
It's over!
Will this help?
Dragon!
Take Nicely
Got
done.
fire.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
I owe you one. All yours.
Divine
You're
Blade.
It's over. Be still.
None more.
Mirage.
Lightning orb.
You're mine.
Raging cascade.
Crush.
Spread. Ice tornado.
Eat this. Take this. You're finished.
Look here.
Crush.
Sabay.
Here I come.
You. Mine.
Dragon form.
Thunderblade.
Take this.
By the power of water. Do it.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Ipon ng SP, pampupuno din ng HP.
I won't forgive you.
Demon Fang.
Lightning condemned.
Take this. Talon hurricane. You're mine. You're take this. It's over. Eternal devastation.
Take
In
this!
here. I'll be saving
Take
you.
this. First
Leave
strike.
the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. And
Pummeling to music.
Huli kayo.
Eternal devastation.
Law, get toasty.
Burn strike.
None shall
Now,
escape my
you're mine.
Watch this.
Plasma shock.
Ay, naputol yung combo.
Energy.
You're mine. It's over. Eternal
Lightning
devastation.
orb. Raging cascade.
Next. I'm not done.
In here.
Devastation.
I'll be saving
Soaring
you.
light spear.
Tornado.
Lightning thrust. I'm on it.
Glacial
Now
speed.
we're
Raging storm. More with
You're
that
finished.
kick.
Off my
Freeze laser.
Double demon fang.
Dun, dun.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Yung kalaban niya. Nag-arts. Talon. Ito matalon. Ito sobrang ng talon. Albert Francisco aka Birdness without gaming yet plays and will stream eventually. Thank you for liking and sharing our stream. Hindi pa kaya na walang code ko yung pangalan ng ano mo, ng page mo.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Kaya na ko lang nalaman, nagpalit ka na pala ng pangalan.
Dragon
Lunar corruption. It's like trying to keep up with a wall. Annihilation.
Mirage.
Lightning.
Crush.
Eat this. Watch them.
Try harder. My turn.
I'll smash you!
Boom.
Lunar blast. Raging cascade.
Here I come. First strike. Try harder. My turn.
Boom.
Strike.
I'll be saving Graviton.
Eternal devastation. Orochi's fury.
Wind astral energy. More with that kick strike.
Castle. Mirage.
Parang lalong parusa tong naging English eh, no?
Escape. Double demon fang.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Take this!
A
Double
freezing
demon
storm.
fang.
Eat this!
Yamaan pa ako.
Not in your dreams. I
Take
want
this.
it. Firmament breaker. Arrow is a duel of the arts. Lunar corruption. By the power of water.
I'm free!
Sia, can you take care of it?
No sooner said than done.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
That's enough. Power and water. Can't be taken.
Mirage.
I only get lightning.
Double demon fang.
I only get balls to the wind. Do it.
Huli ka.
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
My turn.
You require a head.
Lightning orb now.
Lightning thrust.
Ano wala?
I'm only
You're
getting
mine.
started.
You're
I'll be
finished.
saving this one.
Mirage.
I'm on it!
Hey,
Sir John Balmes, aka The Boogeyman TV. What is up? Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Do you
Salamat,
think this is one
salamat
of the
sa
places
bisita.
where the Darkwings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
O Vicky, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Out of our way!
Eternal devastation! I'm not done!
Glacial Spear! Evil!
Orochi Fury! I'm not done! Eternal devastation! Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
This! All yours!
I'll hit you! A freezing storm!
You're mine! You're
Ice
finished!
tornado!
Eternal devastation!
Tinuna ko yung kabila eh.
Double demon fang!
Do it!
You're mine!
Annihilation!
You're finished!
Mega ray!
Orochi
Annihilate!
Fury!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Ashes to ashes.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
We should be able to cook here.
Wala pa. Sige, pahinga muna, pahinga. Boss na kaya yung kasunod.
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hoodle.
Mind if I join you, Law?
See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep. A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danits. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Yes, Sir Google Play Switch, AG Santelices, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Welcome po, welcome. Ramdam ko, boss to boss. Di ba pala? May kakausapin pa.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set, and we'll set sail.
Mahabar. Save mo na ulit. La, 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 la. Set sail.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
This one.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, And I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Okay, next. Kanya-kanyang cutscene pa sila.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Xion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Friend zone.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renin rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renins for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renins were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renins ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for
Sir
a
Mark
moment,
Early,
you may
Atrius
be able
Gaming,
to
thank you
free
sa
the Dahnan
pag-like ng
people.
ating stream.
but that won't undo
Okay lang, Sir Mark
300 years
Early.
of oppression.
Welcome.
It'll be hard for them to not give in to their
Happy
resentment.
Saturday.
I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that.
Magandang
This
good
hierarchy
evening.
we live in, it's not solely something the Renins invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renins invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renins, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renins but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not
Hindi ko
why
lang
they
sure
choose to
kung anong
remain
pwedeng
uninvolved.
level para lumipat.
Perhaps they see what's been happening as just
Search
part of
na
the
lang.
ongoing crown contest.
Okay na ako sa akin eh.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue
Wala kung ano na lang pinaglalagay ko
and
dun.
in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing
Kaya
so
ako naayusin
involves that
kapag
labor force, obviously.
na ano na lahat.
But it
Ang
is
dami
a
pa rin
means
kasing
to an end,
gagabubuin eh.
No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never
Pag
did
level 5,
similar in
pag rank
Menancia
5 na yung
was due to
tipat
my
mo,
lack of
magiging dalawa.
ambition.
Tapos nalimutan ko kung anong level yung sunod eh, para
Past.
mag-unlock yung
You could
pangatlo.
have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream?
No problem.
Aren't
no
we just
problem.
Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
GG ang gold.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away.
Malas ka ngayong gabi ah.
Yeah.
Ever since he died,
Huwag ka magpo-pool.
Thinking
Mukhang malas ka ngayong gabi.
really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks.
Pagbukas mo na mga pool mo sa banner.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask.
Okay, save. Wait lang guys. Game. Mali.
Mahavar.
Rest.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Ba't may bukas? May bukas na part doon sa bato.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Let's find Almadria. Gradia.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Meron pa?
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Okay, game. Ay, light battle. Nice. Sir Isis, aka Ambot Gaming, thank you sa pag-like ng ating
Lightning orb! I'm hit! It's over! I'm the true gunslinger around here. Bring them down! Fire support!
Thank you. Pagbisita. Boom, dodge bolt. Ay, mali. Team Antidote represent. Welcome to Combat Game. Good luck.
We can really make weapons with this?
Nambos. Siguro boss dito.
I'll smash you! My steel!
Not in your dreams.
I'm on it! Dragon Form!
I'll have to take my revenge on you.
Senji Abilino, thank you for liking our stream. Sir Danjo Magallanes, aka Dan Goku. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Here I go.
Now!
Go.
Take
I'm only gonna
this! Finish you here and now! Release! It's over!
Nice. Yep, Sports Gaming. Welcome guys.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. And Ambot Gaming, thanks sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Got it.
CP na naman. Kailangan naman ng CP.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Kalat naman ang barko niya. Mukhang dapat kumain muna ako. Anong kunin yun? Ah, dito.
No choice!
Ah, wala pa.
Take this!
No shield can stand up to these fists.
I never
Wala na siya.
in here.
I'm on it! Take this!
Lightning condensed.
Ah,
Here.
maraming quest yan.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Thousand gales. Carry you to dread.
Doc Reg, thank you sa pag-like natin.
Here I come! Time to let it rip! Armor won't save you! Dragon Form! My shield! Ferocious Fury!
Here's a healing arm. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here, let me help.
My turn! I'm not done!
But
Mirage! Coming through!
Coming through.
Ha! Now! Scarlet and
Scarlet Inferno.
The true power of the blazing sword.
It's only as strong as the one who wields it.
You truly mean that? Thank you.
Wait.
Gotta
Tabi
break
natin
through!
sila.
Take this!
Away.
What is this? You're finished!
Lunar corruption.
Take down their defenses!
Radiant storm. More where that came from.
It's over!
Spirit flame.
You're mine!
the enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that.
Try harder! Here I come! I owe you one!
Back into the
It's
fray.
total devastation!
Thousand gales. Carry you to dread.
Here I come!
Gemini Arcane Hail.
You're mine!
Lightning. I'm ready.
Take this!
Sige, sige, Sir Mark. Ayun.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Here it goes. Lightning orb. Dance in the wind.
My
Here,
shield!
blast. Here. Go hot to it. Demons descend.
Flashing Fang!
Boom.
Now! Take this! Dragon away! Orochi's Fury! Do it!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Boom.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Okay, meron. Yung gatas. May naiwang gatas.
Pow! You got
Escape my judgment! Dance in the wind!
your fiddle!
Air blast! You'll pay for what you did!
Pain of devastation.
Be still!
Glacial spear! Where are you going?
You're finished!
Thunderblade!
Crush!
Searing flame!
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning duel! Healing circle!
Orochi's Fury!
Raging blast!
Nice.
I'm all stuffed up! Sleep now!
Flaming thrust!
More for the stop coming! Wind axe now!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Demon's Descent.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Dito pa yun doon. Saan ba na tayo? Titan Beef.
No choice! I'll smash you! Here I come! I won't show you any mercy! Now I'm Demon Fang!
That's my cue!
Here I come! Shut him down! I'll crush you!
I'll crush you.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Big blast! Double demon!
Well then, let's keep moving.
May malakas sa guard.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Got you now. Take this. Here I come. You're finished.
They really don't give up, do they?
The rebel. Do it. Go ahead. In an instant. Impact claw. My turn.
By the power of water!
Tapos ang HP na itong guard na to eh.
Now you see what I can do. You're finished.
I never miss!
Eternal devastation. Fury. Soaring light spear.
Photon flame!
On your knees. You're mine. It's over.
Here's Evo! Flawless
I'm
flight!
just getting started.
Freeze Lancer!
I'll crush you.
I'll crush you.
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Double demon fang.
Yung paralyze.
Eternal devastation.
Lunar corruption!
Soaring light spear.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Consider yourself finished.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Ah, dito. Saan ako? Saan ang motor ba? Level 2 nga muna. Ah, bawal. Ay, mali. Bawal din. 4. Bawal din. Lower level na. Takaw talaga si CP. Ay, bad trip. Yung malakas na kalaban.
No choice. Now you'll learn. I'll run you through. Double demon fang.
Saka nakapatid na sa barko na ako ni Almedria.
SD airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
The enemy wields arms too.
Tapos ko na. Ayan ako pa naman eh. Post game. May chance pa yung post game ba? O new game plus ang post game niya.
Coming through. Ha! Now.
Ah, meron. Nice.
Scarlet Inferno.
Kasi diba dati ano lang,
You're mine. You're finished.
new game plus tapos mamimili ka lang ng parang perks yung naipon mong points.
Soaring light spear. Now. Here I come.
Miss Anne Rivers, thank you for liking our stream.
First strike. Here I come. You're finished.
Ay, sayang ko tuloy.
It's over.
Ang gawin like hidden. Ah, nice.
Fang. Not a chance. Move it.
Yung ayong kalaban eh.
Here we go.
Wait, thank you po sa 30 stars. Miss Anne Rivers. Okay lang naman po. Ayun, patay. Medyo nakaka-progress na. Wala. Nakapag-progress naman tayo sa story. Ayun. Si Boss Russo natapos na niya. Ayan.
I can't heal you forever. See what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Into the fray.
Now.
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
This one's over.
Kayo yung kalaban to eh.
Annihilation. Hear me. Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Hindi ako masyado nakapagpa-level.
Here's a healing. First aid.
Really owe you one.
Ay,
I'll bring
freeze
you
pala
back
to.
from death's abyss.
Ba't di sila matake?
Hesitation. Here, let me help.
Not done yet.
These fists have got your name on them.
Double demon fang. Here I come.
I can't feel away. Into
You'll pay for that.
Thank you po ulit, Miss Anne Rivers. 30 stars.
Dazzle. I'm on it. You're on. Try harder. You're mine.
I'll bring you
You're
back from
pissed
death's
off.
abyss.
You're mine. It's over.
I never miss.
You're mine.
I still got the
You're
fire left in me.
finished.
I'll be okay.
It's over. Dragon Swarm.
Cyan instant. Back
Double
into the
demon
fray.
fang.
Wind after
Dragon
energy.
Swarm.
Dance in the wind.
Coming through. Ha!
Coming through.
Now. Scarlet Inferno. Double demon fang.
Boy, pa nga.
It was
Dito pa lang, ubos na orange gel na. Ay! Nasigawan sa likod, biglang nag-teleport.
I'll stop its charge. Thanks, Kisara.
I'm not done! Triple form! Lightning thrust! You're up!
Ay!
Thank you.
Do it! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Boom. Parang mini-boss tong monster na to.
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Apple gel tayo. Apple gel. Sir John Aldrin Manalansan, aka Sato Channel. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating screen. Welcome, welcome. Team Antidote, welcome, welcome. Thank you sa pagbisita.
You're finished! I owe you one. Be still! You're on! Pissed off! Here I come! Crush!
Now!
My turn!
Let the marksman
I'm
handle
not
this!
done!
We're not done.
Glacial Shield! Here's evil!
Eternal devastation!
I'm on! Come and get it!
You're on!
It was nice while it lasted!
I'm not done!
Take this!
Orochi's Fury!
Eat this!
Eternal
Ay!
devastation!
Natlay!
You're finished! Here I come! Clock you! Double demon fang!
Glacial Shield! Here's evil!
Here I come! Take this!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah!
You're mine! It's over!
Do it!
My turn!
Boom!
Blue escape! Storm! Crush! Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane!
Blast the shot! Here I come! You're on!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Should have messed with me.
You're finished!
By the power of water!
Dazzle!
May 1,000 gales
Take
carry
it!
your
Do it!
strength.
Shion! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him. These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zugals the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Ubusan ng item ah.
Here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of
Katambay. Sige, sige, Boss Russo.
It's used for.
Thank you sa
Was
pagtambay.
anything of repute.
Sa amin to. Yes! Naka-hard tayo. Ayan na. Hard. Matigas.
Hi, Hoodle!
Now you see what I can do!
My
So
shield!
not in your dream.
Blue escape! I'm on! Dragon form!
You think that shield will save you?
Got you now!
Kung naka-hard ka, wala ka na mamaya. Kinakabahan na nga ako eh. Wala pa akong item eh.
Sooner said than done!
You're finished! You're mine!
Any
more, and I'll burn out!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Here,
You're mine! It's over!
I
On
really
dragon form! Take this! Try harder! You're mine!
1,000 gales carry your strength.
That's right! Talk back, will you?
Saan na yun? Saan na yung pakas?
That's my cue.
Ano ba tayo?
Shut him down!
now I'm
On your head!
Tornado!
You're finished!
Dark Wind!
Searing flame! Reload!
Case
Freezing storm! Photon! Dance in the wind! Ice tornado! Photon!
You're finished! You're mine! I'm on it! You're
Taas
finished!
ng HP oh.
Dance in the wind!
this! In here! Eat this! Just getting started! Talon Hurricane! You're mine! You're finished!
Not on my watch.
Why you? You're finished! Eternal devastation!
Do it!
Can't be. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Ashes to ashes.
I won't be able to heal you for much longer.
Maybe we should head back?
Kailangan bumili ng item. Pwede ba lumabas dito? Wow. Ano naman? Welcome back po, Sir Mark Ermi. Sir John Road Kitoriano, thank you sa pag-heart react ng ating screen. Ah, dito na ako galing kanina. Ito na pala dapat.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Ganda ko ng puso. Sige. Alo, nag-cutscene. Yung sa mga heartbreaking scene later. Sige,
What is
mamaya.
that huge flower-looking thing up
Kinakabahan muna ako sa
there?
boss.
The ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Oh, mali sa kabila. Wala na yung food buff ko. Sir Zeb, Ziggy Mateo Music on YouTube, thank you sa 10 stars at sa pag-like ng ating stream. Welcome po.
Out of our way!
Salamat, salamat.
Where are you going? Can't be.
You're finished!
Thank you sa
You'll have no mercy.
Now you'll learn! Demon Fang!
Hurricane! Now, goodwill!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Not a chance! Strike! Eternal devastation!
In the glory!
Go to hell!
More for the stockpile!
Last lift shot!
Flame of fury! Pierce the evil!
Thank you sa support.
Vanquish dark
Kamusta, kamusta?
Watch it!
Bakit nawala yung ano? Bakas ang palalo ko HP. Pwede pa mag-teleport palabas. Pwede, mom, pwede. Kaso wala pa akong fast travel dito.
I can feel my power growing!
Naglalag ba yung stream? Parang naglalag yung stream.
This'll make a...
May nakuha pala din ako kanina. Ano pa yun? Saan na yun? Magic and Hen. Meron pala sa baba. Sir Shira Ryu, thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Welcome, welcome.
Us even more formidable.
Hey, what do you...
This won't be easy.
Now you see what
Don't
I
be
can
such
do!
a pessimist.
Deal? I see one, eh? Dragon
Hindi mo nakita pa ending.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
The enemy wheels are
We'll soon see about that.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Boy pa yun?
This one's all mine!
Astral energy, full throttle.
Hindi na umabot.
Well, look who's in a bright
Yan na, may mga gold na uli. May dami natin tayong gold.
Gotta break through! Got you now! It's almost too strong!
Pwede kaya ito?
Be my guest!
Ayaw talaga.
I'm going in! Rebel! My shield!
Freezing storm.
No further!
I'll be saving this life.
You're finished!
Pwede.
Be still!
Ice tornado.
Here I come!
Heal you all. Dance in the wind. I'm just getting here.
Ay, hindi nga po eh.
I owe you one! You're finished!
Shield.
Orochi Fury!
Now. Here's the evil. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! None
Flame
chance!
of fury.
It's over!
Here's the evil. Solid storm.
Take this!
Freeze lancer.
I feel empty.
Devastation! Try harder! None chance!
In here. Lunar correction. Lunar devastation. I'm all stuffed up.
May ano pa naman post-game.
Seal.
Hindi na enjoy muna sa post-game. Kasi hintay wali bagong Tales.
Raging flow. More where that came from.
Double Demon Fang!
Downfall. Light astral energy.
Eternal devastation!
Mega ravage
Caught
roar.
back, Roche! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Boy,
Double
una talaga na ito.
No escape!
Lunar corruption.
Here I come! It's over!
Inisip ko nga eh. Meron ako dito. Eh, hindi ko pa nalalaro yung Zestiria ko tsaka Berseria. Tapos may Berseria pa ako. Vesperia pa ako sa ano, sa Switch.
Eternal devastation!
Naging backlog na yung iba kong Tales.
Dragon Fury! Demon Fang! It's over!
What's this?
Where are you going? Now.
It's turn off!
Pero baka mag-dot-hack muna ako pagkatapos na ito.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Ipa-platinum ko yung dot-hack muna.
I'm pretty worn out.
Wanna rest up for a bit?
Berseria din Zestiria. Sige, sige. Di ba unang lumabas yung Zestiria? Volume 2 na ako eh. Natigil kasi ako. Ay, may datak tayo dito. Volume 2 na ako. Paboritong laro ko to sa lahat nung PS2 days pa lang. Yan. Natigil na ako sa volume 2. Pina-platinum ko yan eh. O kaso yung timeline na una. Ah! Sige, sige. Nagamit ko ba? Kaya ito, natural this. Ah. Kylo.
The equipment should come in handy.
Kaya dito, saan yung awit? Inabangan agad ako sa labas ng kalaban.
No further! You're mine! You're finished! Orochi's Fury!
Radiant Blood!
First strike!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
My turn!
Here comes!
I'm not done! Orochi's Fury! Eternal Devastation!
That's enough! Raging Storm!
Demon Fang!
Photon
I'm not done!
Freeze Lancer!
Talon Hurricane!
Now!
Dohalim!
So, halim.
In an instant! Impact Clock!
Sige, lalaroin ko yan. Pero yung datak muna. Matagal ko na naging backlog yung datak.
Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Bili ako ng PS4 dahil sa datak. Saan kaya yun? Mawala na yung ayun pala. Paro-paro. Pagkatapos ko tong ano na to, pagkatapos ko tong kay Almeria, mag-ano na tayo, magpapalit ng costume. So naka-default lang tayo sa ngayon.
Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up! Eternal Devastation!
Ay, mali! Hindi pa napuno. Nagamit ko kagad.
Say no more! Now! Take this! It's over!
Render!
Mirage! Not
The
yet!
marksman handles it!
Strike!
Arrow Lunar Blossom!
Orochi's Fury!
I'm all stuffed up!
Last
Annihilation! Radiant here!
Soaring Light Spirit! Hurricane Throttle! Look sharp!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Wala na. Wala tayo SP.
Right, here goes! Armor Organization! My shield comes! Laser Sight! Talon Storm! Orochi's Fury!
I'll punch that gun into your head!
Eternal Devastation! We're not finished! Demon Fang! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My
In the
turn!
wind! Spear
Soaring Light Spirit! Crush! Fire Blade! Orochi's Fury!
Sa gilid. Madalas yung ano nun. Sa balahin ng...
I've been doing really great lately.
What's this then?
Puro gold. Nice. Ay, teka. Mukhang meron tayo pang lagay ng ano. Skill. tayo, dito tayo. Sipi rin eh. Tsaka na muna sila. Yun na naman yung boss. Yung mini boss. Yung mini boss. Ano talaga? Doon lang yung daan. Wait. Ito muna tayo. Ayoko laban. Ayoko laban yung malaking butiki na yun. Wala mo to, tapos sinamahan pa nung matigas na kulay red. Ay, mali. Mali pa nagamit ko.
No further. It can hide itself? Amazing!
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Yung movement. Sumama tayo sa pula.
I owe you one.
Smash you!
May tigil.
It's over.
Shouldn't have messed with me! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Napakalakas ng ano yun, compare sa normal. Napakalakas ng damage ng Mystical. Kailangan mabili uli ng orange gel.
Here's a healing arc. May 1,000 gales carry it.
Ay, sablay.
That freaking does it!
Here's a healing arc. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Here, let me help.
You're finished. Try harder. My turn. No escape. This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Dragon Swarm. Do it.
Patay ka na sa wakas.
Lightning
Sana.
Blade.
Ayun, nice.
It's over.
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm! First strike! Talon Eternal Devastation!
Radiant Storm!
Plasma Shock!
Will this end?
Devastation!
I lost myself in the heat.
Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me
Triple
help you.
Demon Fang! Here I come!
Heal Force! Here's the healing art!
Try harder! Not a chance!
I'll heal you.
Ay, wala pa si Kisara. Down pa.
Here's the healing art!
Ay.
Lightning Here, let me help
Ow. Patay. Nadaanan.
Nothing gets by me.
Oh, sakto. Tapos na yung charging niya. Saka nag-up si Kisara.
Double Demon Fang!
I really owe you one.
There! House it!
Double Demon
Here's the
Fang!
healing art!
Dragon Swarm! Here I come! I'm on his shoulder!
Now I'm in the
It's over!
Flywash! Lunar Blast! I'm all stopped up!
Crush!
Annihilate! We got
Launching
now! Julie! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Ashes to ashes.
A hard-won victory.
Boss fight pa nga. Bakit? Boss fight pa to?
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
Ay, wala pa palang boss fight. Kinabahan ako doon. Ano item? Woohoo! Woohoo!
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Elevator. Third floor? Fourth floor. Saan ako pumunta? Balik na tayo dun. Ano nakalagay sa quest pala? Oh, meron dito.
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Susi pala. Legal deceased. Lampas dito. Third floor. Dapat tayo sa walang star muna. Ha? Fourth floor.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Wait, bago kayo labanan.
Let me help.
Carve through!
Oh.
More of this and I'll burn out! Dragon Swarm!
Work you through!
You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
I'm getting
You're mine!
all
Dragon
good things
Swarm!
come to an end.
We're not finished!
The enemy here's on too.
You'll soon see about that.
Down ka lang.
Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury!
Kisara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
There's the crumble.
Lightning orb!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and
Scarlet Inferno.
this is the power of the blazing sword!
Ano to? Basta naman. Walang item.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Bring us down!
Smash you!
My seal!
Freezing storm!
You're finished!
Locked and loaded. That freaking does it!
Double Demon Fang!
Raging storm! Eruption! Puddle!
You're finished! You're mine! Take this!
These fists have got your name on them!
We're not finished!
Dance in the wind!
Blow away!
More for the stockpile!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing
You're
orb!
mine! You're finished!
Light astral energy!
Double Demon
Blah, 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 astral energy!
Say no more.
I'm ready for the next battle.
Armor ulit. Ito ba? Oh, wala. Kailangan talagang labanan.
Go further!
Wait. Sabi yung...
That's the spot.
Light astral
Armor won't
energy!
save you!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
Now I'm in the groove! Get a word!
Try harder! My turn!
Thunder field!
Ay, tumama yung sa pangalaw.
This one's mine!
It's over! No further!
Talon Hurricane!
Nilipad, madaya.
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Strike!
Eat this!
Lightning orb! Lightning healing orb! Thunder
I'm on it!
Come and get it!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning condense!
Orochi's Fury!
I'm
Thunder
Fury!
Healing circle!
Eternal devastation! Plasma shock!
You're
I'm on! I'll run you through! Double demon fang! Nothing knuckle! Coming through!
Ano
Ha!
to?
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Taas na HP. At Atrius Gaming. Sir Mark Ernie, thank you sa pag-like ng ating.
Double demon fang!
Nice.
This ends now! Plasma shock! You're mine! Double demon fang! You're mine!
I'll smash you!
You're finished!
Where are you going?
Here I come!
Eat this!
No further! No, it's...
Pwede ka patigilin to? Surging lang talaga.
Eternal devastation! I'm just getting started! Plasma shock! I'm on! Take this! You're over! Try harder! My turn!
Parang yung ano to yung dragon na inambush ako yung isang beses sa laban. Golden Kushala. Kushala Daora.
Eternal devastation! You're my try harder!
Dodge Bolt. Pa. Ay, hindi.
Anything in armor is all up! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dragon Floor!
What's this? Jolie! Blow them away!
Hindi pa sa mukha, patay.
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn.
Ang hirap, wala tayong food buff.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Lalakas naman ang kalaban dito sa ano na to. Sa barko na to.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it.
Matapos ko kaya to, pwede kayo mag-teleport palabas. Malay. Ito palitan yung leader. Paano palitan yung leader? Pwede ba? Pwede. Parang babalik.
We've reached our destination.
Quick battle. Ano to? Natin consumables.
Did we really just spend that much?
Ayun. Para mas malakas-lakas tayo. Bago tayo lumaban.
Money?
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Okay. Hindi natin kailangan na masyadong matagal na ito. Dito ko manggagaling, papunta sa ano? Pabalik sa barko.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Nakahabol ulit yung barko.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Ulit tuloy. Almost. Dalawang laban siguro bago tayo makabalik.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Not a chance! Light spear!
I'm practically unstoppable.
I won't forgive you!
I can carve through walls!
My shield!
Roll down!
Let's go!
Look sharp! Lightning Thunder Blade!
Soaring Light Spear! Orochi Fury!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Consider yourself finished.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Third floor. Save na muna tayo. Load natin pag hindi.
Only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almeidria.
Sige na nga. Sinave ko naman eh. Okay.
There she is! Almeidria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mieres. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold!
Ano to sabay?
Enjoy your meal!
Buti nakasakay lang siya sa...
Such sad eyes.
Lumilipad.
Child, let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down and it's the very last...
Laki na HP o 200k, tapos pagkano lang damage namin? 40-40.
Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Eternal devastation!
Annihilation!
Scorching fury!
Raging storm! Where that came from!
Your mother's
Hindi makita na masyado yung mga
Thank you. Thank you.
Eternal devastation!
I can carve through armor!
Lightning orb!
You're mine!
Raging lightning!
All fitting no here and now!
Sweet now.
My turn! I'm not done! Eternal devastation! Double demon fang! Soaring light spear! Tear! Hurricane out! Soaring light spear!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Divine
Dragon form!
Right, I'm just getting started!
Art seal!
Double demon fang!
Oy,
Soaring light spear!
Try and run!
Here I come!
Take this!
It's over! Take it, try harder! Not a chance! Hold nothing back! Try
oy.
my turn!
Eat this!
Crush!
I'll run you through!
Orochi's fury!
Hammy, flame of fury!
Eternal devastation!
Right!
Mirage! Not my stuff!
Here, let me help.
Double demon fang! Is this it?
Ay,
Eat this!
None shall escape my
hindi ka natuloy yung Mystic Art.
Let the marksman handle this.
There!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Double demon! Here I come!
Lightning condemned!
Double demon fang!
I'm on it!
Cyan instant! I'll heal you all! Raging healing circle!
Anything in order!
Mahil lang ako.
Double demon fang!
Searing flame!
Teleport?
Searing flame!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power!
Get ready!
I'm on it!
Soaring light spear! Hurricane
May a
thrust!
thousand gales tear you to shreds!
Mirage! Here I come! I'm not done!
No further!
Dragon form!
Thank you.
Instant! Double demon fang!
Can't be dead!
Double demon fang!
Only getting started! I'm all stocked up!
Soaring light spear! Hurricane thrust!
Will this help?
You're mine! You'll pay for that!
Thank you.
Dragon form!
Blah, blah, blah.
Double demon fang!
Where are you
Barel.
going?
Soaring
Nakakto dun sa bunuga. Ay!
This isn't looking good!
Here, let me help.
I owe you one!
I'm on it!
Dragon form!
A freezing
Can't get out of this! Fool!
Tagal pumabasag ng buntot.
You're finished! Lightning thrust! Soaring light spear! Hurricane thrust! You're mine! I owe you one! Double demon fang!
Have some fun.
Last light shot! Soaring light spear! Try harder! Here I come!
Nice. Sige, ako lang habulin mo.
Double demon fang!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar!
Ayan, Ruzo. Boss Ruzo, Mark Russell Banta. Yan sa powerblight ng ating stream. Kaya pa.
Double demon
Puso lang. Sige, sige. Pero 0 na yung damage.
They're attacking separately.
Can't land a hit on him.
Keep an eye on it.
Ay!
Monster first.
Wala, naging 2 HP.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
Naging halimaw. Naghiwalay sila.
Take it away.
Try harder. Now. You're mine. Dragon form. It's too much. Not a chance. I'll run you through. Triple demon fang.
Sipin na lang. Sipin mo na.
Double demon fang. Here I come. Double. Is this it?
Pakadaya nito.
This should do it. Heaven form. Double demon fang.
You will suffer.
Double demon fang. This should do it.
Ayan, ay, hindi. Magkapareho.
Double demon fang.
That was bad.
Wits about you people.
Where are you going?
This one's all.
Di ba naka-cancel yun?
Now you see what I can do.
You're finished. I'm on. Thanks.
The winds of judgment blow your
Arts pa.
way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're...
Yung pinakasimula ba niyan? Hindi ko rin alam kung ano yung pinakauna eh.
Double demon fang.
Tagal mawala. Mawala ba yan? Ay!
Double demon fang. I'm not done. Try harder. Not a chance. Okay, it's over. Dragon form.
I never miss.
Ayun, Tales of Fantasia pala yun.
A freezing storm.
This should do it.
Yung ano pa, yung harapan pa yung ano, no, mga dating Tales. Eh.
Here's a healing art.
Pull nothing
Para
back.
siyang side-scroller na combat. Ay! Ay!
Annihilation.
Ay, namatay si...
I'll bring you back from death's
Mabuhay na
abyss.
lang po.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring
Hindi na, hindi ako pagkasishi yun. Kunti na lang, isang bar na lang.
In a vine.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. In the wind. Air
Try harder. Not a chance.
Damn it.
It's over.
Only I'd been more careful.
I'm on it. Dragon form. This one's all mine.
Bring you back from
Dragon.
resuscitation.
I'm on it.
Anything in all.
Puso lang na puso lang. Wait. Hanggat may orange gel ako, hindi ako mamamatay. Ay, wait. Kalmahan mo na. Ang bilis mag-cast.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down. Double demon fang. No, can't get here.
One's mine. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Shattering the pieces. Attack time.
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't.
Pwede ba? Hindi pwede.
Armor won't save you.
Niloko ko niyan eh. Rinwell eh.
Rinwell.
I'll never forgive you!
Ayan pala.
What?
I'll take you down!
Nice.
You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
I'm just getting started!
By the power of water! Lightning orb!
Eternal
Where
devastation!
that came from?
Oroshi's
Lightning
fury!
Lunar correction!
Plasma
Field!
shock!
Gemini Aqua! I'll be annihilation!
Mirage! Catch it!
Konti na lang. 6K na lang. 4K.
Oroshi's fury!
Thank you. More where that came from! Hey, that's lightning raging field! I never miss! I'll be saving this one! Photon flame! More where that came from! Laser ray! Annihilation! Thunder field!
Ay, ay. Piso na lang eh.
Blow your way! Fall before it
Overload.
chaotic disaster!
Ay, yan na naman. Dito na naman yung mga ipon-ipon.
Stay away from my friend!
That does it! You will suffer! I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Ang hassle niya kalaban.
You murdered my mother and father.
Yan na, cutscene na.
But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Dan, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
Ray June, aka Junie Plays. Thank you sa pag-like and
It's
share.
not
ng
about
ating
what you
stream.
think.
Yan
Or
na.
being Danon or Renan.
Focus muna tayo sa
Because
cutscene.
you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
Raymond Per Bautista, aka Monster Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. What is up? Bilhin na.
It's that swordsman again.
Yan, focus muna tayo sa cutscene, guys.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
Shion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign.
Ay, bumalik na yung kanyang pakiramdam. Hindi na siya manhid. Si Tanjiro. You are calming mind. Wait, further instructions. Sakit at pigati. Oo. Humawak sa 220.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Nag-peace. Dami na makakausapin. One, 2, 7, 3. I know. Pero may, ba't may logo nung Tales of Arise sa mata niya kanina? Makikita siguro natin dito. Let's see, 1, 2, 7, 3.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet?
Talking pet.
They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Ako. May ano. May tao na dun. May nurse. Kamukha niya, no? Si yun. Si Saber hairstyle.
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No!
Wait, please. Wait, What was that?
What was that?
That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream.
May pakaramdam na siya.
Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.
Wala na rin isa niya espada. Hindi na siya sa gera. Okay. Dahil siya na lang. Palitan na natin itsura nila. Season 2. Saan yun? Outfit. Ay, hindi. Pag nakompleto na lang sa... Pag nakompleto na yung party, saka natin palitan itsura nila.
Niori. Shion. I... Damn it.
Kalaban pa nga.
Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Here I come! Orochi's Fury! Try harder! Not a chance! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury!
Tagal na isang laban.
You're finished! Eternal Devastation! Try harder! My turn! Double Demon Fang!
Yung tagabasag ng shield.
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Double Demon Fang! You're mine! You're finished! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Be still! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Ay, mag Mystic Art.
I'm nearly done for. There! Double Demon Fang! There! Double, this one's all mine! Eat dirt! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! It's over! Crush! Orochi's Fury! Now! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Dragon Swarm.
Eternal Devastation! Orochi's Fury! You're mine! You're finished! Take this! Crush! Orochi's this! This should do it!
Ay, paralyze pa nga.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! Here I come!
Boom, 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 boom.
Orochi's Fury! Slap the shot! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Slap it's on! Eternal Devastation!
Ah, hindi pala talaga siya makapag Mystic Arts kasi wala yung espada.
Orochi's Fury! Dragon Swarm! There! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! Dazzle! Orochi's Fury! Crush!
Crush.
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Right, of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Taas 2,000.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Hindi siya nakapag-spread. Narinig ko na yung owl. Ayun, nakita ko na.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Elfin, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alpin's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Ano sa examen yun? Bala mo lang.
Gotta break through. Double demon.
Ay, mali.
Your Muppets try harder. Not a chance.
Gale Force! Shiny is confiscated! If it's hot, we'll dispatch it out again!
Double demon fang.
Close one!
Dragon swarm.
I'll face you.
Elusive fury.
Raging Cascade!
Elusive deity. Begin.
Magic is
Take this.
here!
Tornado drive.
I'll be saving this one!
Dazzle.
Astral Arch? That's my cue!
Orochi, shut him down.
I'm ready. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance.
I'll face you.
You picked the wrong fight.
Does it hurt?
You're mine.
Elusive deity.
Eternal devastation.
Raging lunar storm.
I'm not done.
May a
You're
thousand
mine.
gales burn
Eternal
the thread!
devastation.
Take them.
Gusty
those I
nail!
missed.
Double demon fang.
Fairy serpent.
Eternal
Allow me to help.
devastation. Orochi's fury.
Sino yung nagkastong heal na yun? Ito ba yun?
Double demon
In a
fang.
bind.
No escape!
Now! The abyssal light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I can feel my power growing!
Paano ko yun? Hindi siya nag-i-sprint. Hindi siya tumatalon. Pwede pala malayo.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe!
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion.
After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. but it's clear that Alfin's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alfin.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Ano ko galing kanina? May chest. Kaya buksan yung chest. Ito pala. Sir Blue del Rosario, aka Another Hot Day. Thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Welcome, welcome po. Happy Saturday. Marunong na ulit siya lumayan. Hanapin ko muna yung all bago ko sila kausapin. Thank you po Sir Blue. Sir Another Hot Day. Ultra share na this. Thank you po. Maraming salamat sa support. Happy weekend. Muna Boss Daryl. Sige, thank you sa pagbisita Sir Blue. Salamat sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Thank you po. Ayun pala Sir Blue, kung nandiyan pa kayo. Yung girlfriend ko na-inspired sa story of season mo nung nakaraan. Napabili siya. Ano dito? Walang item. Siya marunong mag-sprint. Kaya tayo kay Dohalim.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, It's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Let's see yung pinakamalapit. Kisara.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us, You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Wait, just ba yun? Nasaan na si Rinwell? Dito sa baba.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me. And now it's you. All of us suffering. Just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely. All by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
In for the punch.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Yan. Dito na muna tayo mag-end. Tuloy na natin sa, sa Monday. Story. Guys, maraming salamat no, sa lahat ng dumaan, sa lahat ng nakipagkwentuhan, maraming salamat. Sa lahat na nag-like, nag-share, yan, thank you. At sa nang-raid sa ating kanina, ang ating ka-team Cornab na si Lexheart Gaming, yan. Maraming salamat. At for our star senders for today, si Miss Ann Rivers and also si Sir Zeb Alora Mateo, aka Ziggy Mateo Music on YouTube. Yan. Titingin lang ako ng pwede nating ma-raid, no? Dalawang online pa. Medyo mabagal sa FP. Sinong pwedeng i-raid? Yan, kaya ano lang tayo kay Lexheart Gaming, ang ating ka-team Cornab. Ibalik natin ang pang-raid niya sa akin. Ayan, yan. Nagbubuo siya ngayon ng RG, Isle Strike. So yan, ito yung kanyang link. Eugene's Corner Raid and Team Corner Raid. Ayan. Guys, maraming salamat. Kita-kits tayo sa Monday for the continuation of our Tales of Arise stream. And maraming salamat, and this is Shujin signing off.